Okay, hello and welcome to Box on Tour Coming Home for Christmas. I'm Sean, I'm your chef, and today we're going to show you what we've prepared for your meal. We've got our lovely beef Wellingtons. We're going to talk a little bit about how I've made it and how we're going to cook it. So first off, it will arrive in a lovely little packaging. Our Wellington is completely prepared. So what we have here is some lovely Dutch Angus beef. We want to keep it as local as possible. Great flavours as well. Taking the beef, we've just seared it slightly in rendered beef fat as well, so we get a nice caramelisation on it with a nice high heat from the lard. I chill that down and make a mushroom duxelle. So we've sautéed some shallots, some mushrooms, a little bit of garlic and a little bit of fresh thyme. We cook all this down until the mushrooms are really dry and almost become a sort of paste-like consistency. It's all hand chopped to give us a nice texture. And then press this down in a sheet to create a nice sheet of the mushrooms. I've made a classical French crepe. Wrapping everything in the crepe will help prevent any of the juices coming out and making the pastry soggy. So we've got our seared beef, we've got our layer of mushroom duxelle around it, then it'll be wrapped in the crepe. And we've got a nice bladdered egg, or your puff pastry, French style puff pastry again. All wrapped together, and then we've brushed it with an egg yolk wash. So it's basically oven ready. So what we recommend for the cooking of this is as we turn it out on here, the little package that we've got that was served in, we're going to use this as our oven tray. So just get yourself a chopping board, press it down on the tray that has arrived. Turn it back out and just shape it a little bit. So we've got a nice little roasting tray. We can take our Wellington and just place it into the roasting tray. In terms of cooking, you want to pull out your Wellington for at least 30 minutes before you're going to cook it. Puff pastry also needs at least 20 minutes cooking time. So we're going to set the oven to 225 degrees. When we put the Wellington in, we're going to drop it to 190 degrees. Then we'll let it roast for 10 minutes. After this 10 minutes elapsed, we'll drop the temperature further to 175 and let it roast for 10 minutes more. At that point, we'll remove it from the oven. We'll leave it to rest for about 10 to 15 minutes. We'll remove it from the oven. We'll be looking to have a core temperature of around about 30 degrees. We will give you, with your package, to make sure you get a nice cooking, a nice cuisson on your Wellington, a little temperature probe. That when we come out, we can just check it. We'll just put this into the central part of the Wellington to make sure we get that good reading. So yeah, at 30 degrees, we'll pull it out. The resting time, it will come up to around about 50 degrees. At that point, we'll be ready to carve. So let's go ahead and put the Wellington in the oven. Okay, so cooking our lovely beef Wellington. So we've preheated the oven to 225. As soon as we put the beef in, we're going to drop it down to 190. We'll cook it for 10 minutes, then we'll drop it down further to 175. We understand that you don't have a super duper rationale, but as long as you follow the guidelines, you'll get the exact same results. Okay, so here we go. In the center of the oven, preheated. In with this fellow. Drop her down to 190 in 10 minutes.
Later.
So that's us done 190 for 10 minutes. Now we'll drop it to 175 for 10 minutes more.
A few moments later.
Okay, so there's our 20 minutes have gone by.
Moments later.
Temperature probe that we've given you guys. We'll place it along the center. Just get a nice accurate reading. At least this way, if we put it in the side, you won't affect the top, so we can still present it and make it look nicely. Okay, so we're pretty much bang on 40 there. We're gonna leave it to rest for another 5 to 10 minutes.
More moments later.
Okay, so that's us rested for 10 minutes. We're pretty much bang on 50, which is what we're gonna carve it on. If you prefer your meat cooked a little bit more well done, just allow it to rest for another sort of 10-15 minutes and it will continue to cook. The temperature within it will keep it going up. So if you'd want it like more, say, medium well, then allow it to go to sort of like 62, 63 degrees. Okay, moment of truth, let's give her a little carve. Go right in the middle. Here's our lovely Dutch fillet steak Angus with our duxelle, our crepe and our puff pastry.